Terumah. Yeah, it's a reiche sicha, tarti mashma. Whoever goes into the Indian, the most wanted Indian, and Avodas Adam, and for Chaye Adam, the Indian of Simcha. Here the Rebbe tells us the whole Chassidus. The Rebbe said once, Yud Dal Kisav Tafshin Yud Dalit. It's Leil Shabbos. The Rebbe told the kid, they gave the Rebbe a bracha. It was 25 years of the Chasana. The Rebbe said, "Mein ganze ich bin da, mein ganze Indien ist so eich freilach machen." Also, ich will haben gesunde Chassidim, but bei mir, viele Chassidim, but bei mir sein gut. The Rebbe said, "Mein ganze Indien ist so eich freilach machen." And after learning about the Tzaveh, we understand, because the highest level, after learning about the Tzaveh, together with the Sikha of Simcha B'Tarasa, Teitzei B'Tashem Amches, and the Sikha of Simcha Steret Tashem Amvov, Sameach, Shliach, and putting things together, we understand the highest level, the Tafki, the Moshe Rabbeinu, is to be Megala Etzem HaNeshama. The highest level of revealing Etzem HaNeshama is not just in a way that he's forcing the Keches Premium to do something, but in a way that the person is totally transformed, that even inside his Keches Premium is permeated with Etzem HaNeshama. And that is the union of Simcha, because Simcha is in the Keches Premium. It's a koyach of Etzem HaNeshama, when in a way that it permeates the Eser Keches. It's not just that he's being pushed with Mesiras Nefesh, but it's like the level of Kosis Imat at the Tzaveh, even though it sounds opposite. Tresult and Simcha, but really it's Hainu Hach. So Tresult means the Tresult of Yeshus. That's the clear being Sameach with Simcha Segula and Simcha being a Yid. So this is l'chayr the hasbara in the Rebbe's words that my Indian is to make Yidden happy. So Akopanim is the Rebbe's main Indian, and it's also, like I said, Chaye Adam, a person is looking for happiness. And this Sikha, there's a new Isis, maybe even a new way, a new sinner of this Indian of how we're meant to bring happiness and serve Hashem. More than that, just being always in a matzav of simcha, as we'll see here. To say over the Nekudis, the Kitzur, the Rebbe begins with the bracha, Meshenichas Adar Pesach Mebracha, Meshenichas Adar Marba Mesimcha. The Rebbe's Medayik and the Nekuda, we'll see later in the Sikha how it comes back, that the limud of Meshenichas Adar Marba Mesimcha comes, Kishem Shemechnas Av Mama, it's in Meseches Tainis, Kishem Shemechnas Av Mama, Kach Meshenichas Adar Marba Mesimcha. If you want to make people happy, take it out of Tainis. Don't connect it to Tisha B'Av. Let me forget about Tisha B'Av. What's the Kishem Kach? Because the Rebbe is trying to say that we have also the Ma'ila of Ishapka. The same way we understand why are we doing Avelus and Tisha B'Av. It's in order to be Mevatel the Inyanim Biltu Ritzuyim. So you could think that the joy of that now, okay, we're sad. Now it's time of a joy. Joy means kilu, forgetting the hardships, running away from the hardships. So which is very happy, but it doesn't have the Ma'ila of Ishapka. In other words, it's not the ultimate of happiness. It's not really, really happy. It's not happy at in the lowest places. It's just when you're forgetting about of. That's when you could be happy. So that's why they want to be madgish, that you're in tightness. You're in of. You know the inyanim of avelus. And we want to tell you the same way that there's a way in of. That's Simon Sicha, a way of merirus. There's a different kav in Chodesh Adar, that the way to be mevatel the inyanim of is beferish the way of simcha. In the tachten, in the way of avelus, in those inyanim, because the simcha of Adar has the koyach of Esavcha Chashechel L'Noy. As the Rebbe will explain and get back to later. This is the Poischim Mebracha that we're studying now Chodesh Adar, which is as the ability of simcha, the ultimate, anything that's bothering you, anything that's on your mind, anything that bothered Klal Yisrael ever in history. This is the meaning of Adar. It could be mahapich l'nyonim, make Esavcha Chashechel L'Noy. Understand this. This is the bracha chiyuk, of course, the gula mitzvah shlema az yimal yischek pinu. So to understand this, the Rebbe, let's speak about the parsha. Terumah for sure has a kesher. It's the first Shabbos and other, has a kesher with other. That year was two others. And we want to understand the kesher with the Shchedesh being Gimel Dalit, everything's a Shkacha Pratis, so like this year also was Tuesday and Wednesday. So the Rebbe, Sif Gimel Dalit, Hey Vov is the beer on the parsha. The shaila that the Rebbe stellt sich. You hear this also on tape. This is also from the weekday. The sichos from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Shabbos. It's 4 sichos together. So this you hear on the tape. The Rebbe, the shaila is, why is the Terumah madgish when it says v'choli Terumah? The first thing it says zahav v'kesef v'nechoshes, first zahav. L'chayra, zahav should have been the last after kesef v'nechoshes. Why? Because you have to first say what people have more. The reason zahav is more expensive because there's less of zahav. People have more kesef and nechoshes, and then kesef it's cheap because it's more. People have more, and that's how the whole order of things went. Zahav, kesef, nechoshes. Everyone had money. Then it said ches for going to last shani. Not everyone had these exact type of things, but it's still materials people have. Then it said like avnei shem, avnei miluyim, that basically no one had. It even came from the ananim. It went less and less of things that are people could join in. You first want to say something that everyone has a lot of, and then you go less and less. Why are you saying zav? So why are you saying zav the first one? More than that, looking through the Mishkan, the Ramban writes that we used less zahav. Kesef and nechoshes were used more. Zav was used very little, or least than the other. So it was necessary less than kesef and nechoshes. Right? Why is it saying zav first? So you're going to answer what comes to mind because it's just Torah just wanted to say what's the most chashuv. And bring out the chashuvs of the Mishkan. It had zav. So that's not a good answer because if that it should have said the first thing avnei shem avnei miluim. You're building a Mishkan. I need for that avnei shem avnei miluim. You want to bring out the chashuvs. And number two, misvara. It's not the time to show off what the Mishkan is. If you're speaking to the Yidden and you want all the Yidden to participate, what's most negeya now is everyone's participation. And if for the people is more negeya than the choishes, kesef, and then zav, because that's what they have more. So that's the order of things. The Rebbe is like asking, building up the shaila in pshat, in diuk. What's the order of zav, kesef, and choishes? The Rebbe says that it's coming to explain. It's very befitting. Hashem had to say zav here first. Because there's another shaila that we have here about building the Mishkan. How could it be that everyone is mishtatif in building a Mishkan? A Mishkan is, it says when the Beis Hamikdash was built, Shlomo Melech when Grace is Bailos, Hashmayim Oshmei Shem Leich HaKulucha Avkei Bayis Hazeh. How could, it's a very big thing to make a Mishkan. And especially that it had to be done v'yikhuli lishmi, so it needed beferish kavana lishma. How could the Eibusher let such a thing? It should have been the same way Sisa Mishkan was just Betzalel, the holy by Malay, Ruach Alikim, Moshe Rabbeinu. Should the elite, the few people. How could it be that such a thing everyone's able to do? We should be watching the highest people. Yeah. How could it be that such a thing was given to Anashim Nashim and even Taf? Taf was also able to give from their own stuff. Just trying to find a dugma like this. Say Amol by the Rabbeim. It was right. It was the Maimorim just for the Alter Chassidim, just for the groups, special groups. The other Rebbe is going to come and say, I have even a greater thing called the Sefer Torah Shel Mashiach. This is something even greater than all the. And this, everyone could be mishtat. So we're so used to it, we don't think twice. But in Indian, for my Maimer Chassidus, you're only taking the 20, 30 Chassidim that we learned in Lubavitch or top and down. So to write Sefer Torah Shel Mashiach, you should have just a few. There's Ayin Beis. Ayin Beis, everyone should print Ayin Beis, $1 from everyone. Right, we're used to that, but now let's use our seichel. It's l'chayr, it doesn't make sense. Such a thing, which if it's very high, it should have been like a few mamish top tzaddikim gemurim are the ones. We'll all watch it. We'll come. Afterwards, we'll be able to enter with karbanis, whatever. But like the building itself, the fader should be just by the top, tippy top. And the answer is Punkt verkehrt. The answer, because it's so high, it's not something that you could reach by being a big tzaddik. It's beyond the powers of human to be able to tzidkus, to be able to build a mishkan. It's only mitzad the koyach that the Eibusher invested, and this Rebbe begins in hey. It's after Matan Torah. Matan Torah was after Bechatanu, was Vachar Banu Mikol Amim. That's the union of Matan Torah that Hashem chose the Yiddish guf. It's a bechira that Hashem has, not even in the neshama. Even that we could say maybe there's levels of tzidkus. In a Yiddish guf, it has the Eibusher. And it's a yid, even the lowest level, be a child that doesn't have the gilui so much lishma. But it became, the Rebbe connects this bechira to the psaktin of the Rambam, that Afa Pi Shechata Yisrael Hu, the shtickle chidush, right? Usually you could think maybe it's the neshama, bang up the guy, and that's why Kaifin I say his neshama will come out. Here in this sicha, we're going to see, this is Taki the chidush of this sicha, we'll see later in the Inyan of Simcha, guf. That's the chidush of, that it's mitzad, that Hashem was beicher in the guf, so it becomes this, the way a yid is in his gufnius, he really wants, it became that what he wants is the Eibishter, he wants to do a mitzvah, and the mitoich shalai lishma is really lishma, so even that's the word, a child, a woman, any type of yid, is able to give to the Mishkan because, farkert, only mitzad that you could make a Mishkan. It's coming from the neshama, which is the shama and Aimek Aguf, where everyone's equal. Answer to explain that, Hashem said Zohav. Zohav, how could I give everyone this big mitzvah of building a Mishkan? And Bechlal, how are you able to make a Mishkan? So Hashem right away says, Vikli Terumah Zohav. You should see, that's how I look at you. Because your Zohav is precious in Eilam Hazeh, and you deserve all the precious things of Eilam Hazeh. And Zohav is also Rosh Hashanah, Zeh Noisin Bari, that because the way you are begashmish, not just the way you are mitzad chelik elikam mal mamish. The way I'm seeing every child, Yiddish child in this world, is that his first possession and what he deserves and connects with is Zohav. He's all the way on the top. That's why he's able to make a Mishkan. The Mishkan and the Eifin that we gave in the Mishkan, at Kesef and Chesh Zakedim Alagabi Zohav. Over B'Shas Meret Vegin Yidin, that's, Hashem was bothered with this question. How could I give this to Yidin? This is like such a big thing I want. That was like what's in Hashem's mind. I'm giving this to Yidin. And so came out of Hashem's mouth, the first thing, Zov. Ayid, Zaindik, Ametzias Lamatis, zum allem Ersten Shaykh zu Zov. Dibber is ever koich zu machen the Mishkan Lashem. That's also why we had Zov. That's why later in Parshas Vayakil it spells out the meaning of Zov specific. Because this ends this beer of Zov. Zov is this is why a Yid and every Yid weighs Lamat and Ilmaz Agashmi could build a Mishkan. That's the Shaykhas of Adar, that the first Shabbos in Adar is Parshas Terumah. It says, and what's the mile of Adar is Bari Mazel. There's a question on that. Whoever quotes Mefarshim, it says the Chain Mazel Yisrael. That means we're high. We have a healthy mazel. We don't have a mazel. He says no. Rashi says a mazel Yisrael. We have it. Just we're not bound to a mazel. We could always change it. We could always change our mazel. So what does that have to do with Bari Mazel? We could always change our mazel. Doesn't mean our mazel is healthy. We could always change the mazel. So if it says Hogufa Heinei Nadvarim, that a whole year we could change the mazel. There was maktim. That we say that we could always change the mazel is because for real a yid doesn't have a mazel. We're really above mazalos. But the way we came down in this world, mitzad our neshama. But the way we came down, gufa gashmi, in this world, we're amongst goyim. There's a matzav of mazalos. There, because we're really from higher, we could always change. We have the power of like changing things that should go the way we want, we need, because ayin mazel yisrael. We come to the level of ayin, and it's not negate us with the goyish mazel. But there's still a change. Meaning in the goyish hishtalshalos, where we have to deal with these things, the way things are lamata, it needs to tefillah, the way Rashi teaches, to tefillah b'maisim tovim, tefillah b'schus mishtanim azol l'tayim. Heinei nadvarim, the chidush of Adar is that you don't even need tefillah b'schus. In the month of Adar, it's mudgush, the bechira that Hashem chooses the yid, and it's barim, it's lechatchila, the yid didn't have the upper hand. It's a time when even the mazel lamata is aware of the ayin mazel Yisrael, and it's just the yid down here is just special. It's just zahav, is bari. The mazel itself, the Yidden have the upper hand. You don't need that tefillah. A Yid, wie is verbunden mit der Darge von Mazel, steht in Eifen for Bari, sein Neusim Bari. That's why it's connected to Mishenichas Adar Marbim Simcha. And here the Rebbe says, a new Indian of Simcha. The größte Simcha, was kann sein bei Yidden is, B'shas weiß sich bechol matzev, wo gefindt sich, afilu lamata mata, afilu in a Welt, was bechitzeni zetzi es hel meser pelikos, is a Yid verbunden mit dem Eibishter. The biggest Simcha is that you know that you're connected. Afilu shit lamal in shama v'guf, he's a ben yochad to the Eibishter. And he deserves of. And that's why it's like of. The chidush is afilu in a darga von choyshech lamata, the farm mamata mismechalik, zman and so forth, aber mekeich v'choydeshar dosu mahapich sein. The Shas Ayid is in them is boinin. It's the Simcha Gedela B'Yeser that changes his gash mystical life. We see that Simcha affects a person in everything. When he's happy, he's a happy life. Everything he does is warm, and people around him are appreciative of this. It gives more success in everything. See, not only gets Eilam Haba, Pasha Eilam Haza, Emes 11, Freilicher, Atzlachadik 11. This all comes from knowing that Hashem is with him in a way of the way he's Lamata, Hashem is with him. The Rebbe doesn't really explain here in this Sikha why it's happening in Chodesh Adar. That the Rebbe is going to explain in next week. In Tetzaveh, that is connected to Moshe Rabbeinu's birthday. Yisrael, hey Moshe, Moshe and Yisrael. Here the Rebbe is just saying that's Bari Mazli of Adar. In Ha'ara 70, very interesting. The Rebbe says here, the Yid is verbunden mit dem Eibishter. The Rebbe says Ha'ara 70, Rei Tanya Yosef Perek Lamed Gimel, Yismach. We all know the part, Yismach, Yisrael Ba'isa, Pirav, Shekol, Mishahu, with the rest of the Tainim, Shevchina Siyah Gashmis Mamash. I think this is a very big chiddush. I don't. The pashtus, what Yismach means, well, we know Yismach, a Yid is supposed to be happy with that, the avoida dir b'tachtoinu. You have to be happy that when you're doing a mitzvah, the same way Hashem is happy that now he's getting in this glass of water that I'm saying, Shakal ni b'dvarei, I should be happy. I'm happy for Hashem that he's, that Hashem is coming in here, which that's, even though I'm doing a siyah gashvis mamish, I'm drinking a glass of water, I can be very happy because Hashem's coming in here. The Rebbe here is bringing this down, is not connecting this to Avodah B'chlal. Nothing to do with Avodah, nothing to do with Torah mitzvahs. Chas v'shalom to say that, but I'm not saying not. The etzem thing that a Yid is lamata in guf. A Yid, Re'ei, Tanya Seperek Lamed Gimel. A Yid should be happy with the one that made him. Asher sos v'samech b'dirasa v'shechilasiya gashvis mamish. The Rebbe is saying that as the Yid is verbunden mit dem Eibishter, even that way he's in a shama beguf, that the Eibishter is in Tachtoinim. You should be happy with Hashem that he's living in the Tachtoinim, even though he's in a Siyah Gashvis Mamish. In other words, that Hashem is with you. The Alter Rebbe's Chassidim for sure didn't see this in Tanya. That's for sure. And I don't know if the Rebbe ever brought this out in Tanya till now. And I don't know if we ever chapzich that's a pshat in Yismach. It's probably not a stira, both things are here. But here the pshat in Yismach is happy with Hashem that he is with you in a Siyah Gash. He's the Chin Tachtoinim. So why are you sad? Because you're in Tachtoinim. He's with you in Tachtoinim. You're with the Eibishter. Not the avodah making the dira b'Tachtoinim. You're with Hashem in a Siyah Gashvis Mamash. This is the Chiddush of Adar that has to do with Gimel Dalid. Gimel Dalis, that even at the lowest levels, Gimel Dalim, we have all the Hashpah, and we're like Dalim, not Rashim. The Rebbe actually spoke about this, Barichos, the Sikha of Gimel Tammuz, Tavshinon Aleph. Gimel Dalim, Chedesh HaShlishi and Chedesh HaRavi. The limud is that we have to know Teres Paskening that we have Ashirus. Even if it's not Begilu, you have to work on it. If when we left Mitzrayim, every Yid had 90 donkeys of Kaspa V'Zavash of Mitzrayim, for sure nowadays, it's all there. A Yid darf sich mishtadel sein, zu sein an Oshir b'chol ha'inyonim. Onim dik von Ashirus and Ruchnis, Oshir Abadas, Reichen Teira Mitzvahs. That means this first thing, having a Ashirus and Das. Number one. Number two, Erzo sein Reichen Teira Mitzvahs. Number three, Biz Oich Ashirus Begashmias, comes in Teira Mitzvah, and in order that he should have his own house in a Beis HaMikdash. Yud Beis. The Ikar, why we need Ashirus is because we need to build the Beis HaMikdash Ashlishi. Because Vasuli Mikdash. Last week the Rebbe said we don't have the Tzivui, and here the Rebbe is telling us we need money for Vasuli Mikdash. And even little children, in the same way in the Mishkan they were Mishtatif, in the third Beis HaMikdash Ashlishi they'll also be Mishtatif. That's Yud Gimel, Marbim B'Simcha, we should add in Simcha, it's a double ladder, so much more Sameach. In all in Yonim of Torah Mitzvahs, Nigla and Chassidus, Veid V'gam Ze'ikr, B'Simcha B'Pashtus, in Yonim Gashmim, make yourself happy, your B'nai Bayis, Eltern should be Sameach their kids, with things that Al Pi Shulchan Aruch make them happy, especially that a father sometimes is strict with his son. That means even in Nun Beis, the Rebbe spoke about Chinuch. The Rebbe didn't give up on us. But there's something called Chinuch, where he says, a Shverer Avart to live Chinuch. Together with that, he could also do a union of Simcha, and then be the Sameach other people. You're not saying that the Simcha should be paid to the Gdarim, and the Inyanim of Lo Yaleinu Kiddush Hashem, it should be the opposite of Bari Mazli, it should be healthy, Chaim Nitzchim, Yimolis Chekpinu. The name of Nasi Adar is union of Simcha, Tzchaik the Simcha. We should go directly to the Beis Hamikdash, Hashlishim HaMashula, should take it from Yan Mamish. Yeah, the name of Rabbi Levi Matusof.